Everyone. So, Mortal Kombat 2 doesn't try to reinvent the franchise, it knows exactly what fans came for. Brutal tournaments fight ridiculous powers and over the top action, and for the most part, it absolutely delivers. The movie throws characters into one massive showdown after another, but a few fights stand out as instant classics. Here are the 5 best fights in the movie, ranked from great to unforgettable. At number 5 is the chaotic showdown between Behan, Scorpion, Johnny Cage, Kano, and Jade. This fight is pure spectacle from beginning to end. Behan returns as an even deadlier version of Sub Zero and brings Shadow Clone powers into the mix, instantly turning the battle into complete madness. Scorpion finally gets another shot at his long term enemy, while Johnny Cage and Kano scramble around trying to destroy the amulet of Shinnok before everything falls apart. Arrives later in the fight but still manages to steal several moments with her staff combat. The entire thing takes place across a huge multi level Netherrealm arena packed with fire, smoke, and CGI heavy destruction. It can feel messy at times, almost like one of those giant superhero movie finales where too much is happening at once, but the sheer intensity makes it impossible to ignore. Coming in at number 4 is Shao Kahn versus Liu Kang, Sonya Blade, and eventually Kitana. This fight starts as the final official tournament battle, but quickly becomes the emotional climax of the entire movie. Shao Kahn feels unstoppable here. Sonya is completely outmatched, and even Liu Kang struggles to land meaningful damage against an immortal opponent. But the real turning point comes when Sonya helps free Kitana from Khan's control. That changes everything. Kitana fully turns against Outworld and joins the battle to avenge her father, King Jared. Suddenly, the fight becomes personal. Once the amulet is destroyed and Khan loses his immortality, the tone shifts completely. He goes from untouchable conqueror to a desperate fighter trying to survive. The callbacks during the final moments make the fight even better, especially when Kitana finishes her revenge arc using the same ribbon technique introduced earlier in the film. At number 3 is Cole Young's brutal fine stand against Shao Kahn. The movie barely focuses on Cole for most of its runtime, which makes this fight feel like his final shot to prove himself. Unfortunately for him, his opponent is the worst possible matchup imaginable. The battle takes place above the acid filled Deadpool arena, limiting movement and making every step dangerous. Cole actually performs far better than expected. He lands powerful hits, pushes Khan back multiple times, and genuinely fights like someone who refuses to quit. The problem is that Shao Kahn can literally heal from fatal injuries. No matter what Cole does, the fight is unwinnable, and the movie knows it. That's what makes the ending hit so hard. Cole keeps fighting anyway until Khan finally crushes him with a devastating hammer strike. It's short, brutal, and surprisingly emotional. At number 2 is Louis Khan versus Reverend Kong Lo, easily the most visually stunning one-on-one fight in the film. Set in the iconic Portal Arena, this fight is packed with insane choreography and non-stop creativity. Kung Lo's spinning razor hat becomes a weapon coming from every possible direction, while Louis Kang counters with massive burst of fire attacks and lightning fast martial arts combination. Every few seconds, the fight introduces a new surprise. The choreography never gets repetitive, and the emotional weight underneath it makes everything even stronger because these aren't just enemies, they were brothers. The most unforgettable moment comes when Louis counters Kung Lao's spinning hat attack by flipping backward and slamming Kung Lao directly into the blade itself. It's gruesome, inventive, and probably the wildest fatality inspired movie move in the entire movie. But the best fight in Mortal Kombat 2 is Johnny Cage versus Baraka. This battle perfectly captures why Mortal Kombat works when it embraces fun alongside brutality. Instead of going full dark and serious, the movie leans into comedy, environmental chaos, and old school martial arts movie energy. Johnny spends most of the fight improvising against a much larger opponent, dodging attacks, using the environment, and pulling off ridiculous stunts straight out of a Jackie Chan movie. There's even a hilarious moment where children accidentally reveal Johnny's hiding spot to Baraka. The practical feeling action also helps the fight stand out. There are fewer glowing effects and more focus on physical combat, which makes every punch and kick feel heavier. But what really makes this fight special is the character development. Johnny starts the movie as an insecure celebrity trying too hard to look cool. By the end of this battle, he finally becomes a true Earthrealm champion. Even Baraka slowly starts respecting him as the fight goes on. The result is funny, emotional, action packed, and honestly the most entertaining sequence in the entire film. And yes, Johnny absolutely lands the iconic split punch. Thank you for watching. Bye.